Ooh wee. It's a rare take three. The rare take three. Okay. Just had folks walking in and out, and I just feel kind of awkward when people walk in when I ramble and babble. You know, I don't know why. Anyway, um, I guess I will try to. I forget what my points were. Oh my goodness, it gets worse when it's like, oh man, you can do the stop and start business. Anyway, it really is all about perspective. And I think that there are folks who legitimately believe what they believe as an ideology. And there are more folks who are just sort of, well, this seems like the right thing to do. So let's go ahead and join them. Why not? And I think that it really speaks to, you know, it goes back to people's perspective and how they grew up. You know, people, I think that even a lot of, racists would probably agree is that nobody is born racist. People become racist. That is true. You don't start out that way, but maybe your family, got the short end of the stick and, they got beat up by somebody or whatever, Or it's the same thing that, like Emma Goldman, for example, how she became more of an anarchist and she didn't like authoritarianism because her dad was more of a conservative Jewish man who said that you have to get married and everything else. So that's why she became the way she was. And I think that she was also raped by a teacher. Um, so yeah, I think it really is all about perspective. For people like me, I'll be honest with you, being the honky that I am, but also being somewhat of a blasé person, really, and pretty much getting to do whatever you want, and for the most part, it's just sort of meh. Yeah, well, I broadly believe in socialism, and I broadly believe in the ideas of, we don't need billionaires, this and that, you know, and standardized healthcare and everything, or healthcare for everybody, et cetera, et cetera. Now, there was more of a time when you know I just see how things went, overall. Um, that's why, in general, I can only speak about things from maybe a third person. You know, I can't really speak to first person values. Does that make me less for a person or lesser of a content creator? Maybe. Am I just another person that's making content to be making content? Maybe. I guess it's just more of a reality check. You know, maybe this is a bit too self-absorbed, but I do realize that it's all about perspective. People become socialists, not just people may become socialists nowadays, may become more like Marxist, Leninist, whatever the case may be, because they see the issues at hand. But have they had the experiences which reinforce their beliefs? You know, you don't know, right? I think it's very important to realize. I don't talk much about police because guess what? Overall, I've never had to deal with the police. It's not really a concern of mine. I try not to talk specifically about race other than what other people have said because overall, being the cracker that I am, doesn't really affect me. But enough of me. But there are plenty of folks who become diehards because they experience things and they say this is they were this is what they are motivated to believe. I'm looking at the book Avengers: A Jewish War Story, book which I've talked about a fair amount, and eventually I'll get back to reading. You know, just experiencing the what is it now? the 71 pages that we've read through is that these were folks who became dedicated Zionists. They already were to a point, but they became more dedicated to the idea of Zionism, to say, yes, the Jewish people should rule the land of Israel. Because of, like I say with Zionism, is it particularly, they don't really care that much about Judaism itself. They care about the cool stories about fighting, about the Maccabees or about Maimonides and all that. I have no idea about Maimonides. Yeah, Maimonides. Is that how is it spelled? I'm sorry. Yeah, Maimonides. Yeah, Maimonides. Yeah, also referred to as the acronym. Yeah, Rambam. Okay. Greatest Jewish philosophers of Middle Ages. Okay. He lived during the Golden Age of Spain in the 12th century, where Jews and Christians lived in peace under Muslim rule. Born in Cordoba, the center of Jewish learning. Okay, so he was technically a Sephardic, as it would later be known in a few centuries. Died in Egypt. Huh, interesting. But yeah. But I think that people, become diehards through their issues. And, they go through these things and they find an ideology that fits them, you know. I was reading this article where they were talking about Christopher Cantwell, and it's just like, well, if you're a misogynist or something like that, like Chris Cantwell was, then you're going to end up the same way as he does, or something like. It sounded like your mom trying to talk to you. It was ridiculous, but you know, I think that there's truth to that. It is all about perspective. That's why, for me, in general, I just rant and rave about stuff. In general, I try to cut through the bullshit. I try to, and just try to see it from a more simple, pragmatic setting. I don't know. Anyway, I think I have talked for too damn long. I hope you'll enjoy this video. So, I guess I'll try to do this. But yeah, like, share, and subscribe as always. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and please make the comments. Please go ahead. Your comments are very enlightening towards me, and hopefully, I would like to think that these comments have enlightened me a little bit, and my perspective has changed a little bit. Anyway, see you later. Goodbye.